Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Paragon once again, and today we're going to tell you something very special that came from the datamine info from version or patch 29 when it first did come out, but I didn't want to say it then, but now I'm going to say it now due to the fact that this could be a possibility of all the new heroes that will be coming soon and all the heroes before the actual release of Paragon. So that is all 36 or 39 heroes before the actual release of the game. So that is pretty sick in my opinion, and we go through each name or each code name that was in those files. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So there's 36 heroes that will be in the game before the actual release of the game. And then some of them have been already announced, some of them already exist in the game, but others don't. And they will be coming soon through the months to come of Paragon. So that's bloody amazing. And we'll be discussing each of the code names. If they do exist in the game, we'll say the actual name of that hero. So let's start it off with the first hero, and that is called Arc Blade, which is Feng Mao. And the next hero is A Yin, that's the code name, so we don't have any more information based on that. The other one is Change, which ended up being Rictor, obviously because of his chain ability, followed up by the next hero, which is Coil, which is the code name for it, and that was Grim X that came to the game. The next hero that does have a code name but no actual name, and that is Crag. Nothing comes to my mind when I think about that. And the next hero's code name is Crunch, and when I think about that straight away, I'm thinking about some tanky monster character like Rampage, and that can also be in the jungle and could be bloody amazing. I have no info on that. We don't have any information on all these heroes except for their code names and the actual name that if they do exist in the game. So hopefully we do get more information about this hero because it looks kind of interesting by the sounds of it. The next one is Fallen Angel, and for some reason I feel like this will connect to Muriel in some way due to the fact that Muriel is like an angel in the game in my opinion, and most likely the Fallen Angel is another type of character within the actual same universe as Muriel, so there might be some lore connection there. Then we got Gadget, which already exists in the game. She's a wonderful caster. If you haven't played her yet, I suggest you do so. Let's move on to Ghost, and this is another code name, or could be the hero's name. We don't actually know, but this sounds kind of interesting, because if a Ghost is in the game, you could expect me to play that, because that would be bloody sick. Let's move on to the next one, and that is Grux, who does exist in the game. And the next code name is Hammer, which ended up being Sevrog because of his massive hammer that he uses within the game, so that's kind of interesting. The next one is called Huntress, which it could be very interesting. I just don't know what it's going to connect to. Obviously it sounds pretty amazing. It could be another potential jungle hero that could be a female character as well, or assassin. That would be pretty sick. Then we move on to Hyper Breach, which ended up being Howitzer, so that's pretty cool. And guys, if you haven't noticed yet, I really love junglers, so if I see a jungle hero or potential jungle hero, I will get hyped about that, that's for sure. And the next hero's code name is Ice, and most likely this hero will use the element Ice within his kit in some form of way, so that is pretty sick. The next hero's code name is Justice, and I'm thinking about all these little things about Justice, and when I connect to the other games, the one thing that points out Justice in my mind is Uther from Heroes of the Storm. That is pretty sick in my opinion, but how could it be done in this game? I have no clue, but I'm hoping it ends up being something great and hopefully connects to the Fallen Angel and Muriel in some way, because that would be pretty sick. And then we have Kuhane, which ended up being Kaleri. I don't know if I said the code name right, but the character ended up being Kaleri, so that's pretty sick. The next one is Quain, which I have no clue what that could be. Then we have Mumbo, still have no clue what that could be. Then we have Muriel, which already exists in the game. Then the next code name is Phase, and this kind of interesting Phase, I don't know why it comes to my mind, teleportation, something like that. Hoping it ends up being a character that can use some type of massive teleport or high mobility type of abilities within its kit to make it excel within the actual battlefield of Agora. That would be kind of interesting in my opinion. The next code name is Price, which ended up being Murdoch. Then we have Proto Lady and Proto Savage, two other code names for two other heroes, but we haven't seen them yet. But this sounds kind of interesting due to the fact the start of the names do have the exact same thing, so that is pretty sick. So there must be a connection between both of them, so that is cool. The next one ended up being Pyro, and that's obviously Iggy and Scorch that we have in the game at this very moment. The next hero is Rampage, followed up by Rift Mage, which ended up being Gideon. Then we have a hero called Shrapnel, and it would be pretty cool if this hero does tie up with Twin Blast and also Gadget and even Murdoch, because that'd be a pretty sick combo, but we have no clue until later on. If you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm really interested in lore because that's bloody amazing. Then we have Sparrow, which exists in the game, followed up by Steel, that also exists in the game, followed up by Sword, which ended up being Greystone, which we did predict in our Greystone video before we actually came out, so that was pretty sick. Thank God we did, because I would have been kind of sad if we felt that. Then followed up by another hero code name, which is Tactica. I don't know what that could be, have no clue. Followed up by Tomahawk, which ended up being Chimera. Totem, which ended up being Deca. Then we have a code name Trickster, and this gets me kind of interested because I feel like this could be a Joker in the game, or pretty much like a Shaco from League of Legends in Paragon, so that'd be pretty sick. Followed up by Twin Blast, Vamp, another hero which sounds like a vampire type of hero, so some type of lifesteal will be on this character's abilities for sure. Thought that'd be Venus, which ended up being Faye, and then also the last codename hero of this 36 heroes is War Drum, which sounds like it could be a potential fighter. Also, another idea to take into account, with each player's or each hero's codename, usually it represents some main part of their kit. Like Sword for Greystone, he obviously used a sword as his actual weapon or his base attacks. Then we had Pyro, which ended up being Iggy and Scorch, which does use a lot of fire within its kit, and expect the same for all these codenames to relate to the hero in some type of way within the actual kit. Also, all this information was taken from the data mining infos of patch version 29. If you want to read them for yourself, there will be a Reddit post in the description below. Go check that out for yourself if you want to see each codename once again. And also, mates, any theories or speculation that I did in this video could not be 100%. It can also change in the future. These codenames could change to other heroes if they want to, but it sounds like these 36 heroes could be the ones that will be here before the actual release of the game. That must be a guarantee in my eyes, but they can also change it. We never know. Epic Games can do anything they want, and the Paragon team as well. So we can only wait and hope for these heroes to come out great and bloody amazing. So mates, if you enjoy this video, show your support, smash that like button. Let's try to get 50 likes on this video, and if you guys want to see more Paragon Gaming content on my channel, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit the subscribe button to become a mate today. That is all for this video. Oh, time to go, but don't you worry, we're back very soon. Ain't you as boys, because you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm going to call it right now that Trickster and also Vamp will be my most played heroes when they do come out.
And that it feels right. That it feels right.